upon a time, in a vast and colorful jungle where golden sunlight filtered through towering emerald trees, there lived a young parrot named Nina. She had the most radiant feathers, deep sapphire blue, fiery crimson, and brilliant gold that shimmered whenever she spread her wings. But what made Nina special wasn't just her beauty, it was her lucky feather. A single dazzling plume, unlike any other, rested at the center of her tail. It was longer, softer, and brighter than the rest. A gift from her mother when she was just a hatchling. Her mother had always told her, "This feather is a symbol of your courage and heart. As long as you have it, you'll always find your way." And Nina believed it. One sunny afternoon, as she perched on the highest branch of the tallest kapok tree, watching the jungle sway below, Nina sighed with joy. The sky stretched endlessly above her, and the breeze carried the scent of fresh mangoes and blooming orchids. This was her world. She was free. Feeling playful, Nina leaped off her branch and dived into the sky, performing loops and twirls. The wind rushed through her feathers, filling her with excitement. But suddenly, snap! A sharp gust of wind jerked her backward, and she tumbled through the air, her wings flailing wildly. She barely managed to steady herself before crashing into a thick vine. Something felt different. She wobbled, her heart racing. Then she saw it, her lucky feather. Gone! Nina gasped, her chest tightening. No, not her feather! She twisted her body, frantically searching below her. The jungle stretched endlessly, dense, dark, and wild. Her feather could be anywhere. For the first time, she felt small. Determined, Nina flew down into the jungle. She had to find her feather. Without it, she felt lost, vulnerable, and incomplete. Her first stop was the treetop elders, a group of wise old parrots perched in the highest trees. Their feathers had faded to soft gray, and their voices crackled like dry leaves. "Wise elders," Nina pleaded, flapping her wings. "I lost my lucky feather. Have you seen it?" One of the oldest parrots, Grandfather Rico, ruffled his feathers and squinted. "A strong wind came through this morning," he rasped. "Perhaps your feather was carried toward the Misty Marshes." Nina shuddered. The Misty Marshes were the most dangerous place in the jungle, muddy, swampy, and home to creatures with sharp teeth and hungry eyes. But she had no choice. "Thank you, Grandfather Rico," Nina said, forcing courage into her voice before soaring toward the marshes. As she neared the Misty Marshes, the air grew damp, and a thick fog curled around the twisted trees. The chirping of birds was replaced by eerie silence. The only sounds were the slow, lazy ripples of the dark water below. Nina swallowed hard. She hated this place. She carefully scanned the ground, her sharp eyes darting from branch to branch, hoping for a glimpse of her feather. Then, there! A streak of brilliant gold tangled in a thorny bush near the edge of the swamp. Her heart leaped with hope. But as she swooped down, a low hiss froze her midair. A giant anaconda slithered from the shadows, its cold yellow eyes locked on her. Its thick, scaly body coiled around the bush, around her feather. Nina's breath caught in her throat. "Looking for something, little bird?" The snake hissed, flicking its forked tongue. Nina's mind raced. She was small. The snake was huge, and her feather was right there. She had two choices: fly away and lose her most treasured possession forever, or face her fear. Summoning every ounce of courage, Nina spread her wings and puffed up her chest. "That feather is mine," she said, her voice steady. "And I'm taking it back." The anaconda let out a slow, amused chuckle. "Then come and get it." Nina's heart pounded, but she knew she had to act fast. She darted left, then right, then shot forward like a streak of lightning, flapping her wings wildly to stir up dust. The snake lunged, its powerful jaws snapping shut, but Nina was faster. She zipped through the tiny gap between its coils, grabbing her feather with her beak just as the anaconda's tail whipped toward her. Wham! The force knocked Nina off balance, and she spiraled through the air, barely managing to pull up before she hit the water. She did it! She had her feather panting. She looked back to see the snake coiled tightly, hissing in frustration. She had outsmarted him. A surge of pride filled Nina's chest. Maybe she didn't need luck after all. Maybe she had courage inside her all along. As Nina soared back toward the treetops, the jungle seemed brighter, more alive. The sun peeked through the trees, and the warm wind ruffled her feathers. She clutched her lucky feather, but this time, it felt different. She realized she didn't need it to be brave. She had faced the dangers of the Misty Marshes, stood up to the anaconda, and won, all on her own. When she reached the highest branch of the kapok tree, Grandfather Rico was waiting. "You found your feather," he said with a knowing smile. Nina nodded, but then, slowly, she let the feather drift from her grasp. It twirled in the air before floating down, vanishing into the jungle. "I didn't need it," she said, smiling. "I found something better." "Ah," Grandfather Rico chuckled. "And what is that?" Nina spread her wings, strong and proud, "Myself." And with that, she leapt into the sky, not because of a lucky feather, but because she believed in herself. As the warm wind carried her higher and higher, she knew this was only the beginning of her greatest adventure. Yet Nina thought she needed her lucky feather to be brave. But in the end, she found that her courage was inside her all along. No matter how small or scared we feel, we all have strength inside us. We just have to believe in it. And so, as Nina soared across the bright jungle sky, she knew that she was more than enough, just as she was. Dear little adventurers, did you hear how Nina the parrot lost her lucky feather? At first, she thought she needed it to be brave and strong, but in the end, she realized her courage was inside her all along. Just like Nina, sometimes we feel like we need a lucky charm, a favorite toy, or even someone else to help us be brave. But the truth is, you already have everything you need inside you. Your kindness, your clever mind, and your big, brave heart. Life is full of adventures. Sometimes things won't go as planned. Maybe you'll feel scared to try something new, like making a new friend, learning to ride a bike, or speaking in front of the class. But remember, you are stronger than you think. If Nina can face a giant snake and fly without her lucky feather, you can be brave too. So next time you feel unsure or afraid, take a deep breath, believe in yourself, and say, "I can do this." Because just like Nina, you are already amazing, just as you are. Keep being brave and never stop exploring.